Back in those days, I felt like I know I was the only person in my grade school who was diabetic. I wouldn't even tell my teachers that I needed to go to the nurse's station because it was embarrassing. You know, I wouldn't want to raise my hand or walk up to her and say, you know, can I go to the nurse's station? So I would literally sweat it out. I mean, you know, low blood sugar, sweating, dripping, bell rings, run to the nurse's station. And now, in my nursing days and in my more experienced being diabetic days, that is so dangerous, that is so scary, and if any of my patients did that, I would lay it on the line very quickly. I remember at a very early age being involved in the walkathons, the bikeathons. It was so cool to ride with people who shared our disease.
Living with diabetes after 40 years has taken its toll on me. About 5 years ago, I had a massive heart attack. I worked for about another year after that. At that point in time, I started developing issues such as severe neuropathy. Today I can't feel my feet. My eyes are failing. I have many other issues, but so life's gotten a lot more difficult over the years. I first started getting involved in the American Diabetes Association in the mid-'80s. I was on the board of directors. I served as a counselor and worked at Diabetic Camp for a number of years. Got involved with the board of directors, stayed on there for a number of years.
Well, both my parents are diabetic. I was telling them earlier, it's kind of like living with a bilingual family. It's a completely different language. You have to understand all the different terms, kind of know what they're going through. I grew up knowing how to give insulin shots and how to get the right dosage that they told me. The latest situation that I can remember was a few weekends ago, and my mom, she said she was her blood sugar was 35, and it's the one time we didn't have any orange juice in the fridge, and I had just gotten my license, so I sped out there to get to the store, and I must have been going at least 20 miles over the speed limit because I was freaked out. But I got back in time, and she started to level out because she still had insulin on board, like she was still dropping.
We met in 1986. I was working at the Camp for Children with Diabetes, which is near and dear to both of our hearts. And Julie showed up, I think, 45 minutes early while I was working. And I walked up to her. 2 hours? I knew it was early. Walked up to her car, I looked at her and said, I'm gonna marry you.
To become a champion is just pretty cool. It's a neat thing to be recognized as raising $1,000, you know. Never in my life have I ever raised $1,000 for anything. Yeah.
We're still trying to see who can get the numbers up, and it's hard, but we do. We ask a lot of people, people like you, who can help us out, who make a difference in our lives, because without people like you, we struggle in this disease, and it's not just us. Just many millions of people suffer with this disease, and we need to make better improvements for it.